Horses are impressive animals. They can be calm yet imposing. They can inspire affection and caring, even when they're being ornery. With their size and strength, they can also at times be downright intimidating. But who would have thought these powerful creatures could play an important role in a therapy program for children and adults with disabilities? The people who work and volunteer at Naples Equestrian Challenge understand that surprising equine attribute very well. Their lives are filled with examples of the impact horseback riding can have, because they see it nearly every day.
Riding is beneficial in more ways than you can possibly imagine. It's not just the sense of balance, posture, muscle development. It's helping with digestive system, especially for individuals who are in a wheelchair the whole time. Stretching out, stretching their muscles, stretching every part of them. It's also giving them a completely different perception in terms of height. Normally, they're sitting in a wheelchair, everybody's looking down at them. You put them on a horse, now they're looking at the top of your head.
Naples Equestrian is one of 740 member agencies of NARA, the North American Riding for the Handicapped Association. Its purpose is to provide therapeutic riding to individuals with various mental and/or physical disabilities, from Down syndrome and autism to cerebral palsy and bipolar disorder. Sometimes the therapeutic benefits are unexpected, as Linda Rosenberg discovered when she enrolled her son Zachary in the NEC program. Zachary has apraxia, a neurological condition that affects his coordination and speech.
Taught him how to ride. He's become a pretty good rider. It has also helped him with his speech greatly. There was a time where they told us, oh, he needs to learn sign language. And we said, no, we want to see what we can do with speech. Horseback riding stimulates a nerve that therapists weren't able to do, which if he goes a period without riding, you can tell when he's been back on the horse because his speech will just grow in leaps and bounds.
Zachary's perspective is a bit simpler. He's quite clear on what he likes about coming to NEC.
Riding the horse and then playing with my friends.
Riding the horses and playing with your friends.
And talking to everybody I know.
And talking, which is a big thing for you.
And it's so much fun.
And it's fun. He rides once a week. He rides every Monday afternoon. And then during the summer, he's been fortunate enough to do summer camp, which is a week-long session of every single day, which is great too because they learn how to groom the horses. They're cleaning hooves, they're brushing, they're washing, and they learn a whole other aspect of horseback riding.
Zachary's positive experience at NEC prompted Rosenberg to volunteer with the program. Other volunteers, however, have no family connections. They just love horses and love what the program accomplishes.
Well, I've always been interested in working with children, especially disabled children. I was a social worker. I have a degree in psychology. And I've always worked with horses. We had horses when I was little, and I've rode for many years. And it was kind of a great combination, you know, working with the kids and also with this wonderful therapy program.
Like many of the NEC volunteers, Linda Hutzler started as a sidewalker. As the name indicates, sidewalkers walk on either side of the riders, helping to steady them, offering assistance when necessary, and just as importantly, serving as cheerleaders. The third part of the volunteer team is the leader, who helps to guide and stop the horse. As the participants ride, an instructor, outfitted with a headset microphone, issues directions based on the rider's needs. These may include such tasks as finding a yellow beanbag or a red ring on the arena fence, picking it up, and bringing it to a specified bucket to toss it in. If a child is having difficulty finding the right shape or color, the sidewalkers will help. Some of the directions are simple and straightforward. Turn left or right, go in a circle, or around cones. But there are also specific riding tasks to be mastered. Holding the reins correctly, assuming a jumping position, and stopping the horse. The volunteers help the riders mount and dismount as well. Because NEC provides training, volunteers don't need prior experience with horses.
You don't have to know anything about horses. This is not about knowing tons about horses. We have a lot of volunteers that came here that have never been around a horse.
Nor do volunteers need experience working with disabled people. Since NEC welcomes those with a wide range of disabilities, General instructions are posted daily to keep the volunteers up to speed on each rider's specific needs and goals.
It's a process, and they do learn as they're going, but for the most part, they jump right in and they do what they're here to do, and they love it.
Because NEC serves as many as 85 to 100 riders each week, and each rider requires 2 sidewalkers and a leader, the program relies heavily on the volunteers. As NEC President Carolyn Martino notes, they are literally worth their time in gold.
For our budget, we added up the value of volunteer time and also the value of the funds we have to find, and it doubles the size of our budget. Our budget is actually about $560,000 in actual cash we have to find, but if we had to pay everybody who helps us, we would be looking at over $1 million we would have to find for the program.
For their part, the volunteers tend to discover that the more time they spend at NEC, the more time they want to devote to the organization. Hutzler is an outstanding example, volunteering 20 hours a week, helping riders and just spending time with the horses.
I feel like I get so much in return. You know, it's amazing to watch the kids' face light up. It's amazing to see them, you know, being able to, you know, control a 1,000-pound animal. I mean, a lot of adults are afraid to do that. And it's amazing to see these children with severe disabilities maneuver a huge animal. Yeah, they'll probably have to kick me out. I'll be in my walker.
Having seen how much the program has done for Zachary, Linda Rosenberg shares Hutzler's enthusiasm. Her family foundation provides monetary support for NEC, but Rosenberg is also always willing to do whatever needs doing.
You spend time with these people who are riding, and over the years you see someone who wasn't able to walk, who are suddenly coming in with their first shoes and walking and just doing so well. It gives you a great sense of pride. And when you leave here with a high. You feel so good about what's going on.
What goes on at Naples Equestrian Challenge is an inspiring connection between people and horses. Because that connection can help heal the body while also nourishing the spirit, the riders and their dedicated volunteers keep coming back for more.